Everyone, this is Moni Singh, and welcome back to our Teaching STEM podcast and the video series. Today, I want to talk to the STEMers out there. You know who you are, but I'm going to explain who I'm talking with today. And I want to talk about the top three mistakes that I see the STEMers out there make as you think about starting your STEM classes. Um, we're going to do this a little bit differently. So first of all, we know. So you are the stemmer right there, right? The starry faced eyes and sparkling. You know that you have a mission. You really, really, really want to impact the lives of the children around you. You are perhaps a teacher, right? And you have been assigned to offer STEM classes, perhaps on a rotation. Maybe you are a science teacher and you want to incorporate STEM into what you're doing. You may be an entrepreneurial parent. You want to just spend more time with your kids, just doing different things and teaching them all about STEM and giving them experiences and all the wonderful world out there because you may have experienced STEM, you work in STEM. So it's so much that can happen, but you know the person you are, right? You feel that passion, the energy that if only I could show the science and engineering in a different way to the kids, and it will be so fascinating because they'll learn differently, they'll create more experiences, really start to feel the real wonders of science, technology, and engineering. So that's you are the STEMmer out there, right? And you want to do all those wonderful things. So what happens is that I've seen people like you, STEMers out there, like me actually, fall into three different biggest mistakes that I've seen us make. And I want to talk about that today. First of all, why? Like, how do I know about these three mistakes? I have been teaching STEM to children as well as to teachers who teach children, right? So I've been training teachers, professionals, entrepreneurs who want to start getting and providing classes to children. And I've also been in classrooms with children. So I have been doing that for over a decade. And before that, and I don't want to date myself too much, but I have more decades of experience actually in the corporate side doing STEM, making products, computer side, delivering hardware like internet to homes and so on and so forth. And that's how I know that there are those three mistakes out there. So let's get started. The very first one I see people do is the belief. And I want you to really think about this because I have to watch there for the spelling when you write like this. Okay, belief. We have limiting beliefs sometimes in our own mind, right? Um, Many times we feel like if you're a teacher, you might be thinking, yes, I'm trained in teaching science, I can do mathematics, but I just don't know how to bring it all together, making it this integrated way of bringing STEM to students. If you're a parent or maybe somebody who practices STEM right now, and you may feel like, yes, I'm great at what I do, right? I can go and do my research, or I can make these products for this big company that I work for, and but I just don't know how to relay all of this stuff, right? This complex stuff to children, and that's one piece, and the other piece is I just don't know how to deal with children. So we have all these limiting beliefs in our mind that I cannot do it. So one thing I want everyone to do is actually get off your chairs wherever you are. I remember that I was looking at a video from Jim Quick. So Jim Quick is a brain coach. Imagine that, brain coach. So he is a great person who helps all these celebrities extend their brain power because to get more and more tap into more and more potential of our own brains. So we are going to do a quick exercise just to bring the point home. Okay. So I want you to stand out and take your right hand. Bring it to your front, and then just try to, without moving your feet, just try to rotate your arm and see as far back as you can go. Okay, and as you're doing that, make a note of how far you're able to go. Just imagine like a point that, okay, this is how far I reached with my arm. Bring your arm back and put it down. And this now, leave your arm down and just close your eyes, okay? Now we're just going to imagine with the power of our mind, okay, to do the same thing, rotating our arms. And now we're going to imagine that we're able to rotate and bring it to a full circle, okay? This is only in your mind. So keep doing that. You're bringing your arm and you're doing the full circle. You did it once. Now let's start again. We're doing the second time. Go all the way around. Awesome. Let's do it the third time. And now we can try to do it even faster. Okay. Fourth, fifth. Awesome. All right. You can open your eyes now and just now let's go back and take our arms out just the way we did it the first time. And this time physically with your arms, now try to rotate. Take it all the way back and see as far as you can go. All right. Now this time note how far were you able to go. Now, I don't know what you experienced, but I would love to know. So please leave comments below. When I did this exercise for the first time, I actually saw my arms move quite a bit. I mean, they went quite a bit further out. Jim Quick, when he does these exercises, he has seen 25 to 30% increase in the amount of rotation that people were able to accomplish. So what happened? What changed, right? Did we all of a sudden gain a lot of elasticity in our body? Not really. It was just elasticity in our own brains, right? We actually were able to tap into this and we broke that belief in our mind by doing this exercise mentally, imagining it and being able to stretch it a little bit more. So that's the power of belief. Now, I want to also tell the story of Roger Bannister. Roger Bannister. Now, in the mid 19, so this is mid 1950s, there was this belief out there that no one can run a mile in under 4 minutes. No one can run a mile in under 4 minutes. Roger Bannister is the first athlete runner to break that record. Now the belief actually went beyond just a belief. It actually people truly believe that the human body is not capable of running that fast or to withstand that kind of a stress to be able to run a mile in under 4 minutes. So you would literally damage your body if you even did that. That was the kind of belief. Roger Bannister broke that belief. And not only that, so that happened. But here is the more powerful thing that happened after that. In the next years, decades that followed after Roger had broken that record, thousands of other athletes, runners, were able to walk a mile in under 4 minutes. Think about it. What changed again? Just a belief, right? Human race did not suddenly become evolved to just become stronger runners. No, the belief got broken, and then there was a new belief established that said, yep, that's possible. You can run a mile in under 4 minutes. So remember, this is the most powerful thing that you can do for yourself is belief. Okay, so if you have limiting beliefs in your mind, first of all, get them out. And I know I talked about this that you do in one of my previous videos about the how we get stuck in the house sometimes, right? And that's the next piece, knowledge. So going to the next mistake that people have is now the knowledge part, right? So when we're trying to do something new, of course we want to soak all in and okay, there we go, I can squeeze it in probably. Knowledge, right? So we want to try to learn as much as possible because we have to, we're trying to counter that belief of, oh, I can I do it? So I'm trying to learn everything. Now, here is where the problem happens. First of all, we get into this mindset of almost boiling the ocean, right? Because there's never a situation where you can learn it all. Never. So what happens is that the moment we get into this, okay, let me learn, there is no end to that unless you kind of start to implement that at the same time as well. So there are two things in here. Number one, remember in this today's digital world, the connected world, almost anything that you want to do, there's probably somebody who's already done that. So you already have answers and you have a way to fast track your learning or your ability to reach your end goal. So your end goal means meaning that you want to work with the children to provide them experiences so that these children have these great, wonderful experiences that they can carry into their lives and create the knowledge and the learning for future. Now, with that end goal in the mind, how do you fast track to get to that point where you're actually being with the children, delivering STEM? And oftentimes, I've seen people spend so much time in this cycle right here, just acquiring knowledge, trying to write lesson plans, and so on and so forth. And they get mired into this thing right here. And some many of the times, people are not able to break out of this cycle at all to actually do the thing that you really wanted to do. So, what do you do to come out of the cycle? Really, I mean, again, there's a lot that's already done before you. So just go seek out the experts who've already done this, get the information from them, and then use it, right? Because you want to get to your end goal. Think about it, right? Human evolution. As a race, we have evolved because at some point in time, people who were trying to live together said, "Hey, all of us don't need to go, sow the seeds to farm, get food. Some of the people can do that part, the farming and growing the food. But while others who have more time on their hands now they can go and create more other specializations, right? Maybe we can start figuring out how to build homes, better homes. Maybe we can start figuring out how to have our feed our cattle or arts, getting some more enhancements going in the space of arts and making things more beautiful, getting ornaments going. So that's how the human race evolves. So let's leverage that, right? Don't try to do it all yourself. That is a sure, short way to just extend the timing of when you reach your end goal. So you can fast track that, right? Of course, given decades and the amount of time you invest into anything, yes, you can get there, but there's a way to fast track that, right? So you can make that happen. Number two, when you do, so sticking with the knowledge part itself, when you do get that knowledge from the experts, again, you don't need to go and pour down and learn everything in one go, right? It's very powerful to learn a little, implement it. Learn a little, implement it. And that with the knowledge is a lot more sticky. You are part of the process as you are teaching the kids, and then they can also be part of all that, and you start to create that impact, which actually creates the momentum for you as well. I tell people that you really want to be maybe 2 chapters ahead of where your children are. So if you are teaching children, learn 2 chapters ahead and then begin your classes, okay, and then keep going forward while you're still working with the children on the topics you learned 2 chapters ago. All right, so just to bring one more example on the knowledge front, because it's so important. I remember I was working with a person. I'm not going to name names, and she came to us and she wanted to begin offering STEM classes in her community. And she was a teacher. She had just completed her PhD, and she was all gung ho. She wanted to really get started, but then there was this thought about, you know what, I can do it by myself. And she went back and took another year to try to figure out the answers for herself, to write the lesson plans and to do all the things. And then she came back after a year, said, "Hey, you know what, yeah, I know I can do it, but I think I want to take the shortcut route so I can really really start making an impact. I know this is my gift. I can be with the kids and I can make things happen for them." And then she actually came and took the knowledge that we had developed to start implementing that. So again, make sure that you do find the experts in your space rather than trying to do everything by yourself. So that's number two. Number three is selling. This is so important. Now I know that if the teachers out there, you're probably saying, "Oh, selling doesn't apply to me." No, 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 it does. So please just stay tuned for a little bit longer. Now, here's what happens. Number one, the moment we think about the word selling, we're like, "Oh my God, this is like some icky stuff, right? I cannot imagine myself selling." No, no, no. And I know that, I get it. Selling has this icky feeling because of the movies that we've seen and the cheesiness of the way it has been portrayed in the popular media, and we get that feeling that, okay, this is something not so good. But I want you to really think deeper about this aspect. You have something really valuable that you can offer to your students, to your community, and there is no other way to communicate that than the act of letting people know that you have something that you can really truly believe in, and you can really make an impact. Because remember, there's no osmosis of thoughts happening here, right? It's not that you can get your thought out to the atmosphere, and then other people get to know, oh yeah, so and so is offering, so and so is able to get things done. I want to give an example of Blockbuster, right? Blockbuster, the huge bookstore, and you see like aisles and aisles of new books and in the store. Um, 80% of the books that you see in Blockbuster have not even sold 1,000 copies, not even 1,000 copies. So this whole aspect of build it and people will come, not necessarily. You do have to be out there telling people that this is the great value that you're providing, and this is how you can really make an impact. Now I want you to think about the whenever you get this feeling about selling as icky, think about what disservice do you do to the students, to the children that you can really make a difference for, by not offering your classes and your services. Okay, very important. So there is that aspect that you have to embrace. Okay, we have to embrace to really come out of this, to really get your gifts out and provide to the world. uh, Jamie Kerlima, I have to tell her story at this point in time. She is the first female CEO of L'Oreal. First female CEO, and on Forbes, she's like the richest self-made woman. Now, she figured out a solution for her own skin troubles, and she found that solution, right? And she knew deep inside her that this is something that can really 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 help lots of other people out there who are dealing with similar skin conditions. Now if she had not taken her calling and actually went out to tell people about the solution that she just created, wouldn't that be a problem? Think about it. Wouldn't that be a problem? So we have to be out there telling the people who we can serve, because remember, selling is nothing but serving. And you got to be able to get this out to the people that you can really serve and make a difference in their lives. So that's it, folks. Those are the three biggest mistakes that I see people make, STEMers make, as they think about beginning their STEM classes. And before I end the point on selling, I do want to get back to the teachers, right? So if you are out there thinking, oh, I don't need to do any selling, um, you are in a position where many times you have this brilliant idea, right? You want to make something happen. Now you do have to do some internal selling, taking that messaging, taking that out to your peers, to your principal, to your district leaders, administrators, to let them know that this is all the wonderful things that you can really achieve, and here is why it will make a big difference. Because those students, if you have a student that your students in your first grade, they will be in the first grade only for that 1 year. So if that year, when, if let's say they're learning about gravity in their science class, and you knew an excellent way to really bring that point home, right? And to connect that learning of gravity with how do airplanes stay up in the air? How do they go up against gravity? And you can really create experiences surrounding that. Isn't that a sticky learning that you want for your children? And if you knew that, if you knew that you had that power to bring that knowledge home for the young children, won't you do that? And if that meant reaching out to your principals, to your district leaders, to let them know that you can make this change, why not? Why not? So watch out for those three big mistakes. The belief, okay, whatever limiting beliefs you have in your mind, you got to start really knocking them down. Number two, knowledge. Don't fall into that knowledge trap. Find the experts, and when you do find the experts, you get the knowledge from them, start implementing. Okay, remember, knowledge is potential power. Potential power. You got to execute to really, really create the right set of values with that knowledge. Number three, self is service. You are providing your services. There's no harm, no embarrassment, and no nothing in trying to reach out to the people around you, the people who you can really impact, and letting them know about the services that you're providing. All right, everyone. I hope this was helpful. Take care and have a great rest of the day.